Thank you very much for your time. And we have Dima Shitunik, the co-founder and CTO at Skylum Software. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
Could you please tell me about, how your company started and your company story?
Actually, very long story. We started as a small company of two persons, and we started to do we were one of the first companies who started to write mobile apps for iPhone when SDK was released, and we were extremely successful. So it was just the two persons, me and my friend Paul, and we was very passionate about this, and we started to do some small software, and then we moved toward special effects, the photo effects, photo filters. We made special app called FX Photo Studio, and this app was extremely popular among iPhone customers, but it was a very long time ago. I think maybe like 7 years ago or 6. And then we decided to move further and improve the quality and move to the desktop. So I always was passionate about photography, and actually I came to this industry actually with the background of the game developer. So I'm working for the online company, and we was in a game development. So with this background, I have a huge knowledge about how to do the special effects, and we moved to the full desktop solutions. We moved with the FX Photo Studio, and we started to grow in our image processing and photo software quality. So we gained popularity among the people who actually takes photos. So we tried to make something which is much more simple, but with the high quality image processing results, and we really care about this. And we've been at that time only Mac. So for example, for roughly like maybe 3 or 4 years, we were mostly for the Macs, and then we decided to go wider, and we released first Luminar for Windows, and since that time, last 3 years, we actually work for two platforms. We're like platform independent, so we do software for desktop for everyone who actually edit photos on desktop, professionals, semi-professionals, or amateurs. And one of our key objectives that we want to achieve is to make something which will be very powerful but simple with a beautiful design. For us, it's really important.
Right. And how do you describe, the mission of your company or your core business? What is the mission?
The mission actually is to reinvent and change how people edit photos. Actually, right now we very actively invest into the AI technologies and want to reinvent how people edit photos. We want to change how they even think about photo editing, because right now it's very technical, but we want to introduce new term called content-aware image editing, where you don't think about like curves, shadows, highlights, and very complex things, but think about, okay, here is the face, how I can improve face. Here is the adjustment to make this face beautiful. There's a sky, there's a mountain. So not thinking about technical terms, but thinking about what you see in image and change what you see in image, how you actually want it. And I think with the new technologies, you can achieve this, and I think we can change the way how actually people edit photos. And we're not just for those people who actually edit them to make them just a little bit beautiful, but for every creative persons who want to express themselves as artists, for guys who making content for digital media of next century. So actually, and we want to make this process very intelligent, because I think technologies should solve problems, not create them. And we try to make actually this happen real.
That sounds great. And how do you differentiate your company from your competitors? And I believe that this is very, very competitive market. But what is the thing that differentiate what's so different from your competitor?
To be honest, actually, right now we care a little bit about any competition because we focused on the core value for customers. We care about customers, not about our competitors. But to be honest, as I said before, our goal is to reinvent how people edit photos. We're not going to just copy features from other software who work in the same space. We're not interested in this. Instead, we talking with the customers, trying to find out which part of their image processing steps very complicated or very boring. Like we just released the sky replacement, and we're working on a bunch of different other technologies. So we are problem-centric. So we're trying to solve problem with the new technologies and make this process very efficient. So this way, we for sure are different from many competitors, and we don't want even to compare us with some other software, and we don't want to be like just some like cheap replacement from other software. Actually, we are going very own way, and it's very complex, and it can be a little bit slower than just trying to copy other features. But I sure only this way is right, because if you not innovate, and you are slowly dying. So the only way of innovation can move us forward. And it's this challenging, but I strongly believe that it's the only answer.
And you said like you're using a lot of AI, artificial intelligence, for your product. And can you tell me like what is the example of the technology that you use? For example, like AI tool that uses AI, that uses like the latest technologies. Can you please tell me one of the examples, for example?
There's several examples. One of them, for example, is skin enhancement. So thanks to AI, we take out very boring process of skin retouching. So actually, AI detects human skin and knows how to enhance it. And if human skin have some like blemishes or some other imperfection, it's very important for portrait photography, wedding photography. It's very boring process to do it manually, because in other software you have to like click on every single imperfection to remove it. But we learned AI to understand where is it really bad places that has to be retouched. And we do it manually, automatically, fully automatically, and this way it just one click, and that's done, and and we took out huge part of the very boring process from the photographers. But more than this, with our technology, you can synchronize adjustments among multiple images, and AI will do retouch every single photo differently, because it knows the content.
Right.
It's just one example. Another example is a sky replacement feature. It's very complex technology. So in most cases, most common scenario for the outdoor photographers, why they need extra layers and masking and smart brushes, is to replace sky or enhance sky. So we invented two technologies. One of them called AI sky enhancement. So AI knows where is sky and how to enhance it. They do it actually with the one slider, but automatically reveal all the clouds, shadows, the contrasts and everything to make the sky beautiful. All tones of the sky will be enhanced. And sky replacement. So actually, sky replacement can just automatically replace sky with a high quality, and this way, a lot of people saving like hours and hours, or those people who never even try to do this, actually they can start to play around this, and the result is amazing, because it's not just to replace, but just to how to relight scene and everything. And this is just a small part of the technologies that we are working on. Most of them was in development like for years, and we just released them right now with a new version. but a lot of different technologies are in development, so we will use them much more. And we're moving slowly where our software will be run mostly by AI. So we automate and change like old dumb sliders with the more intelligent, and very soon we will be mostly powered by AI technologies, so you can rely with a great result and think about like, oh my gosh, what I did, how I can like change and my adjustment to make it look normal. So AI will always make this image look normal or great, and you don't never feel yourself like you get lost.
It's great. And you have this product, Luminar 4, and what are the things that you are most proud of, or like how do you describe this product?
I can actually, what I did before actually describe the Luminar 4 because it's AI powered photo editor, and I really glad that we made very simple but very powerful. It's content aware, it have a lot of tools which is powered by AI or at least with the smart technologies, so it allows you to express yourself as artist or get in great results much simpler than any in other competitive solutions. And this technology is very adaptive, so it works very different on different cases, and I'm really proud of it. We made it as simple as possible, as clean as possible, and I'm really glad that a lot of people say how it can be so simple. That's our goal, is to take out unnecessary complexity from the process actually, and we just get started. So with Luminar 4 actually it's just the beginning of the new generation of our AI technologies, because we moved it to the...
And so how do you see the future of AI tools? Is it bright? And can you describe what's going to happen in the next few years? Yeah.
I think tools will get smarter and smarter, and with the help of hardware acceleration for machine learning technologies, the boundaries of what's possible will be pushed forward, and actually a lot of things that right now is powered only by humans will be automated, like retouch or everything. So this way we can have some beautiful technologies which can fully automate these processes of the manual image processing retouch, but the artistic side will still left for the people, because actually with the AI we can for sure replace boring, repetitive, or like just some very annoying things, but actually artistic side, how to express, how to combine these results will be left for the people, so people will get much more advanced to create something amazing, and I will take out for sure this very boring stuff, and there's hundreds of tutorials with the curves, with the blacks, whites, and this very complicated with the brush and masking. With the content AI powered tools, the results will be achieved much more easier and much more visual than now, and that's great, because at the end of the day only result matters. How good is your photo at the finish? So that's what AI will help us to achieve in most cases, mostly automatical. But again, AI will never take photo instead of you, and AI don't know what you want to achieve. You can just use AI as a tool or helper for you to create something amazing, and it's great because more people will be able to achieve great results, spending less time learning boring stuff, and it's great.
And what is the next step for Skylum? Can you tell me about what's your next move?
Our next goals is to bring more AI technologies and make the workflow much more simpler and powerful for end users with Luminar 4. And we will bring Luminar 4 on the mobile platforms next year, And this will be a huge advantage for those customers or people who edit photos. Actually, we want to have a software which will be essential tool for everyone who edit photos, no matter on which platform, mobile, desktop, iPad or something like this. We want to be the number one tool for every digital artist, how we call them, to achieve great results with their photos in a simpler and smarter way.
And what is your plan for the Japanese market in specific? What are you thinking of? How do you thinking of market your product in the Japanese market?
I think it's a great market. I've been several times in Japan and I absolutely love this country and people. It's absolutely amazing. And I know a lot of people in Japan are very passionate about photography, and most of the major camera manufacturers are located in Japan. So we hope to work closer with them to make photographers' workflow much more easier, and they will be able to achieve a wider range of customers who are just afraid of photo editing. And actually, that's a great opportunity for us and for them. And if we talk just about the Japanese market, a lot of people just love to take photos, love to edit photos, but they not always really know deeply how to edit photos. Some of them even afraid of editing photos. They just shoot just plain JPEGs, and they think that's final result. But I hope with a new generation of tool, everyone can try something new and achieve great results and be proud. Because I think the photography is the simplest form of art. Every person wants to be an artist, but it's very hard to learn how to teach yourself paint or try to teach yourself play the piano. That's very hard. But photography is the easiest form of art, and everyone can benefit from it. Every person can express themselves and enjoy life better, creating something great.
Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you so much for inviting me. Yeah, so basically there is a demo of several photo editing technologies that's very unique and powered by AI. For example, once you're traveling, there is not always very nice sky, and you have one chance to visit the place actually. This is my photo taken with just an iPhone, and it's nice photo, but actually it's very boring. And with the new technologies, you can very simple achieve dramatic results, because our AI-powered sky replacement technology will actually completely change how photo will look. It was just one click, and that's it. And it's completely different image. And if we even zoom in, it's very intelligent to see where is the sky, and in all the small places. So it looks like real sky and real light scene. If you don't like it, you can say, okay, maybe I want to adjust the blue sky. No problem. And that's simple as it is. So AI knows how to do. And if, for example, if we take some other images, like, I don't know, maybe some image like this one from Kyoto. Yeah, very nice temple, and it's often rains in Kyoto. So with just one simple click, you can have something amazing.
Oh wow!
And it's completely different scene, and it's just the sky replacement. And if we go with the AI enhancement, with just one slider, it knows how to enhance the image automatically. So you got this result.
That's pretty amazing.
And that's the power of the AI. And you can move from this to this most.
Compare the difference.
Yeah, with just 2 clicks, it's super simple. Or for example, you can even try to do something like this. For example, this is a photo of Tokyo, and you can try to do something very creative with very own skies. You can try to do something like this.
Oh, wow.
And you don't have to wait when all the lights will be shut down, and you will be able to capture all this galaxy and stars. And AI can, and this is a very, very small things that AI can do right now. And you can create amazing new photos and creativity with the power of AI. You can enhance structure, you can enhance overall look of the image, and then that's super simple. And so everyone can enjoy. And even in the cases where actually the sky is very complex like this, it's nice photo, but to edit it, you have to spend a lot of time actually. With the AI technologies, just one slider knows where is the sky, where is the foreground, and make it this adjustment automatical. So, but not that much, but keep it real. And with the AI structure, you can enhance all the details. You see how it enhanced, and this temple looks very nice. And and then you can decide what kind of sky you want to have.
Oh.
That's completely different kind of scene, and it looks very precise because even all these small things on the roof is still there. And maybe like this one, I like it too much, and then you can play around with the different creative stuff like glow, for example. You can create magical glow to get some kind of mood, and it's very simple and very efficient. Or add some kind of vignetting here to achieve this central focus. That's I made it in a few in 5-6 clicks, and we went from this to this in a second. And this is like a small part of what we're actually going to release. And this tool can change completely actually what you can have with your photography.
Amazing.
Thank you
very much.
Thank you so much.